Well, I called my dad just the other day. Little Cat Stevens. And the cat's in the cradle and a silver spoon. Little boy blue and a man on the moon. When you come home, son, I don't know when. But we'll get together then. Son, you know we'll have a good time then. I wonder what LeBron's dad thinks of him now. Wasn't he a basketball player? Wasn't LeBron's dad a basketball player? He was a ball player, wasn't he? LeBron never talks about him. Bron from the A. He went to school with my brothers. And the cat's in the cradle and a silver spoon. You know what I'm saying? They didn't live far from my dad. We'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. LeBron James, why was his mom kicking out police windows? Like kicking the windows out, like psh, back of it. Like, what? Then she started dating other basketball players, like professional basketball. Mom, what are you doing? It's kind of weird. She's a grown woman. You know you'll have a good time then. So, you guys want to talk? Let's see who gets on the stream. I'm just yakking it up for right now. Talk some basketball playoffs. See how many of you still believe that Bron is going to go all the way. How many of you think it's? How many of you think LeBron? If all was fair in love and war, how many of you actually believe that the Cleveland Cavaliers are a better team than anyone out there? How many of you believe that? How many of you believe that LeBron James, his Cleveland no-name Cavaliers are a better team than anyone out there? You believe? You really believe that? No. I think they're like, if all was fair, I would say that the Cleveland Cavaliers are probably like the third best team out there. I would say the Warriors, the Rockets, and maybe the Cavs. Somewhere like that. No, you disagree? No. Fourth, maybe, if all was fair, if everybody was healthy, you think the Celtics are better? No, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Celtics may be better. Nah, I don't think so. I think the Celtics would have to. I think the Celtics would have to. I think that even with the three superstars that the Celtics have, even if Kyrie was healthy, I think that they would give LeBron a good run for their money, truthfully. I think their team is good enough to give LeBron a run for their money, but I don't think that they would still win. I think that LeBron would still dominate them in some kind of way. Because, and the reason why I say that is because everybody's talking about, oh, if the Celtics were healthy. Here's the way I'm looking at if the Celtics were healthy. If the Celtics were healthy, they still would have to get around Cleveland. This is not including getting around everybody else in the East. I mean, so it's just like people give the Celtics an automatic win because they have Kyrie. Oh, since you have Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. No, really, since you have Kyrie. Since you have Kyrie, I automatically assume that you're going to beat the Sixers. Sixers aren't that easy to beat, especially in a 7-game series. I couldn't just up and give them that and say, yeah, I think you guys will run them young boys off the court. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. T-Wolves, maybe. But the Sixers, that's my team to watch. The Sixers right now is like the San Francisco 49ers to me. They're the team to watch. That's who the Sixers are. They're definitely the team to watch. They got momentum right now. They got youth on their side. You know, they got ad revenues. They got, superstar chicks are starting to go after those young guys. And I mean, Rihanna, she's almost past her expiration date, but you know, she's going to be like Janet Jackson. She'll be dating guys younger than her when she gets in her 40s. And they'll date her just to smash and say, hey, I smashed Rihanna. And, you know, and it'll be another notch under Rihanna's belt of, you know, of a mile of the miles of men who, you know, she can say that, oh, I can put this on my list, all the way up until she acts like she wants to get married and then get divorced, you know, 2 or 3 years later. So that's kind of life she'll live. It'll be just like Rihanna is Janet Jackson. You know, that's who Rihanna is. You know, she's Janet Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So she'll do that all the way up until some old guy marries her, and I don't know. I just can't see it. Anyway, you know, sip a soda to Janet Jackson. That was my girl. Controller. Anyway, so back to the NBA. All right, so I'm going to pull up some scores. If you guys don't mind. Guys want to see that? Let's do that. Let's pull up some scores. NBA scores. Because today is today's the 10th. So you already know what that means. Tomorrow is the end of the regular season. So that's it. It's pretty much over with. Let me just look at the games here. Yeah, games left. So tomorrow's it. So everybody should be seated, right? Roy, 4748. All right, I'm going to go back to 47, see if anybody said anything, because I can't read your comments while I'm... All right, let's go back to 47. 47, Nuggets and the Clippers. Nuggets beat the Clippers 34-115. The Bucks beat the Knicks 115-102. The Thunder beat the Rockets. That's interesting. That's interesting right there. The Thunder beat the Rockets by 6, 108-102. The Nets beat the Bulls. No big deal there, 124-96. Pelicans 126 and the Warriors 120. So the Pelicans beat the Warriors. That's also interesting. I'm sorry. The Thunders beat the Rockets. The Thunders beat the Rockets. Oklahoma City beat the Rockets, and the Warriors lost to the Pelicans. So the Thunder beating the Rockets. It's kind of like, I don't know. I'll talk about it in a minute. Trailblazers lose to the Spurs. Okay, kind of see that. You know what? Atlanta's been winning. Atlanta Hawks, they beat the Celtics. You know, I'm going to get to the ranking in a minute to show you the significance of these wins, losses. Pacers, they beat the Hornets 123-117. Mavericks, they lose against the Sixers. The Mavericks are pretty much in last place, though. Pistons, they lose against the Grizzlies. Jazz, and the score was 130-117. Jazz beat the Lakers 112-97. The Magic lose against the Raptors 112-101. And the Warriors beat the Suns 117-100. Now, that was on the 4th. Let's see if you guys said anything. While I'm in here, I can't read your comments. Okay, so yesterday, the Raptors beat the Pistons 108-98. The Bulls lose to the Nets 105-114. The Cavaliers beat the Kings 123-109. Oklahoma beat the Heat. That's interesting. 115-93. Let's see. Grizzlies lose to the T-Wolves 113-94. The Magic lose to the Bucks 102-86. Trailblazers lose to Denver Nuggets 88-82. Kings, I guess I should be saying this like an announcer. Sacramento Kings lose to the Spurs 98-85. Is that better? Does that make it sound a little bit more? I don't know. The Pelicans beat the Clippers 113-100. I don't know. My voice is jacked up right now. Because I'll be getting excited on these lives, and there's only like 2 people on here, but I'll be appreciating my little 2 people. I'll be happy my sip of soda to you too. I don't know who you are. You ain't saying nothing, but there's a soda to you. I'm saying nothing, but there's a soda to you. I'm cooking fish. Fish and potatoes. Cooking fish. Fish and potatoes. Yeah, fish and potatoes. Got it in the oven. Okay, so today, the Hornets play the Pacers. 76ers play the Hawks. The Suns play the Mavericks. The Celtics play the Wizards. Warriors play the Jazz. Rockets play the Lakers. So I'm expecting a couple blowouts here. I'm going to tell you the interesting game to me is going to be the Hawks and the Sixers. I'll take the Sixers, but the Hawks, you know, they're looking, the Hawks ain't looking bad. They've been winning their last couple games. The Rockets and the Lakers, Rockets all day. Warriors over the Jazz. Celtics over the Wizards. Pacers over the Hornets. Tomorrow, Nuggets and T-Wolves. Wizards and Magic. I'll take the T-Wolves, and I'll take the Wizards over Magic. Grizzlies over and the Thunder. That'll still be an interesting game right there. But I'm going to take the Thunder on that one. The Knicks and the Cavaliers, I'll take the Cavaliers. Nets and the Celtics, I'll take the Celtics. Bucks and the Sixers, I'm going to take the Sixers. Raptors and the Heat, I'm going to take the Raptors. Spurs and Pelicans, I'll take the Spurs. Pistons and the Bulls, I'll take the Pistons. Lakers and Clippers, I'll take the Clippers. I'll take the Clippers. Rockets and Kings, Rockets. Jazz and Trailblazers, I'm going to go Trailblazers. So there's your games tomorrow, the games today, and games from yesterday and the day before. So there that is. But let me look here and see who's in what place. NBA ranking. And I know these videos are not really that, you know, awesome, but I'm doing this kind of every day. So you guys can, if you guys haven't gotten to the competition, you can still get into the competition by tomorrow. So the competition is, who do you think is going to be in the playoffs? In the finals, what 2 teams? So if you pick Raptors and Kings to go to the finals, which is not going to happen, you got to tell me what game, who's going to win in. So Raptors win game 6, and what is the score going to be? 95-102. It's a $25 gift card, so there that is. Okay, conference. All right, so let me see if you guys said anything first before I do this. Oh, we got some comments. What up? Give me the truth. Hanging out, man. What's going on? Did you see LeBron sneakers? Sneakers versus the Knicks? No, what about his sneakers? I think the Sixers going to win the next 2 games to pay homage to the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. I'm going to go ahead and second that motion. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you? Very confident. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fixed do I think the games are? Listen, my confidence isn't because LeBron James is the greatest player in history. He's not the greatest scorer. He's the greatest player. He's not the greatest defender. He's the greatest player. The greatest defender is probably going to go to Scottie Pippen. The greatest scorer is going to go to Michael Jordan. But the greatest player in history is going to go to LeBron James. But even with all that being said, do I still think it's fixed? Absolutely. So on a scale of 1 to 10, absolutely a 10. But I know you, Sanchez. I know what you're about. And if you risk money because of what I said, man, and you lose, that's on you. Now let me read this. All right. So Eastern Conference. The Raptors are still number 1 in the Eastern Conference. And I'm going to turn this music down. This next song is kind of... All right, so the Eastern Conference. Plus, I'm kind of... with my voice, been talking a lot. Eastern Conference is the Raptors, 59-22. The Celtics, 54-26. And the freaking Sixers, man, 50-30. The Cavaliers, 50-31. Yeah, they outseeded them. So they're Cavs are 4th seed. But they're doing that just to make it interesting. Pacers, 48-33. Bucks, 44-37. Heat, 43-38. Wizards, 42-38. Pistons, 38-43. Hornets, 35-46. Knicks, 28-53. This is win losses. Nets, 28-53. Bulls, 27-54. Hawks, 24-57, and Magic 24-57. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, okay, these are home and away games. Stuff like that. Okay, roll on down here to the Western Conference. Rockets 64-16. Warriors 58-23. Warriors been slipping. Trailblazers 48-33. Jazz 47-33. Pelicans 47-34. Spurs 47-34. Thunder 47-34. There's a race right there. There's your race. T-Wolves 46-35. If you compare both the conferences, okay, I'm going to hold off on that. Well, the Western Conference has more wins than the Eastern Conference. Okay, Nuggets 46-35. Clippers 42-39. Win-loss rate. Lakers 34-46. Kings 26-55. Mavericks are trying to get a first-round pick. 24-57. Grizzlies 22-59. And Suns 20-61. Win-loss rate. So there that is. And you can take the first 6 teams on each side, the first 8 teams on each side, and there's your playoffs. So I don't know if you guys want me to run it down. How does Philly's 2-win pay homage to well, I'll let him answer that. Yeah, well, he keeps making those claims he's king of New York. I think he's going to New York. I think LeBron James is going to actually be in New York. I think that's what you're actually getting at, isn't it? Give me the truth. Is LeBron James going to be in New York and go to New York? Why not? One, two, three. What up, Beatties? LeBron James is king. Gimmick. Sanchez. I bet you a Domino's pizza. Sanchez, I bet you. All right, so you like to bet. You're a betting man. Let me get my thoughts together on that, because I really think LeBron James is going to go to New York. I really do. But since you open that up, I'm like, I want to put a gift card wager on that. You know what I'm saying? By next season, I want to put some kind of gift card, not cash, gift card wager on that right there. That's how confident I think he's going to go, but I'll hold off on that for now. I'm thinking Papa John veggie pizza. I'm thinking I can get one of those extra large. I'll go. Pizza Hut is my favorite pizza, even though it's terrible for you. Anyways, I'm thinking of pizza or something. You know, I'm not. I think he's gonna go. Yeah, Hawaiian. Make it extra anchovy. Yeah. Yeah. Be at ease. You doggone right. You doggone too. Extra anchovies. Heavy on the anchovies, Sanchez. A little Hawaiian pizza, heavy on the anchovies. Heck yeah. Doggone right. I don't want the cheap anchovies either. One with the eyes looking at you like, like the good anchovies. I ain't had anchovies in a long time. You guys, I just did some cooking. Nobody likes to watch my live stream too much. I get maybe 2 or 3 on my lives, and then nobody watches it after that. So my views are going down. It's really interesting. But I like going live. That way I can get some, that way I have feedback. That way I can talk to you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do this for the views, but you know, if you want to see some cooking videos, man, you know, I like to cook. But I'm trying to figure out, is it gonna be live cooking videos, or am I gonna do it the old way? So, you know, because I cook at the spur of the moment. I don't really have plans when I cook. I just, no, I'm hungry. Go downstairs, look in my refrigerator, and raid the pantry. That's really what it is, you know. Sometimes I think about what I'm going. Do you cook curry? Nope. I can. I don't. Be at ease. Do you cook? You're asking me, do I cook curry because of your nationality? You're like you got like a Hispanic type of Indian thing. You know, you got a weird, you know what I'm saying? You got some stuff in you, Sanchez, you know. But yeah. I'm calling it a uncanny mix of races. You just don't see that often. Okay, let's think about the people in India, because I think your people come from like India, and then the other half come from Mexico or something like that. Like, how often does somebody see that? Like, for one, the people of India usually stay with people of India. You know, you don't really see them mixing it up too much. But India and Mexico, it's just interesting. It's just not something that I would have thought of. Like, really, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So it's not weird in a bad way. It's okay. Here's a better word. It's special. You're special. Oh, who's getting racist? Oh, who's getting racist? Get out of here. Do you know what racist means? Racist means the study of race. That's what it means. It's the study of someone's race. People just make it bad. You know, you're a racist. I'm a scientist in the art of race, in studying race. You know, now I'm a humanities major. Like, get out of here. Anyways, back to basketball. How many of you want to talk about it? You are admitting to be a racist. Well, do I study races? Yes. So I guess that makes me a racist. Yeah, someone's deep in their feelings. You better get up out. You're the one to ask me about curry. Sanchez. on you, Sanchez, right now. Trying to stir on you right now, Sanchez. Anyway, basketball. All right. All right. Can you play? Sanchez, actually, can you play basketball? Have you ever been a basketball? I mean, I'm not talking about like kidding around on the court. You know, I'm talking about, have you ever played organized ball? I'm just curious about that. Because you're like, you're older than me, I think. And you're like really serious about, we might have lost them. Well, you know. Oh, okay. You played in high school? Played in high school? I wasn't too good at it. I played in high school, and that was it. Oh, look at this man. It's Sanchez. Is your name really Ahmet Sanchez? Or is that just like your handle? It might be Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez dropped back. Good old Mark Sanchez, man. That dude went to one of them special high schools before he started playing. Oh, okay. You know, people got Tone 202 is not my real name. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering if it was your real name. Yeah. So, yeah. Sanchez, okay. You played overseas. Wait a minute. So we could probably Google you and you pop up like with a ball in your hand, huh? Not my real name. Mark Sanchez fumbles the ball again. He doesn't even play anymore, does he? Mark Sanchez. For the Jets? Was it the Jets or the Eagles? It was the Jets, right? Mark Sanchez. Yeah. Anyways, Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez and Tony Romo, special guys. Never amounted to anything. You know what I mean? But yeah, Sanchez, that's cool. He's a it figures the Cowboys would take him. You know, you sucked since you've been in the NFL. Come on and play for us. We'll take you. But, you know, right now they're scraping and scrapping for quarterbacks. A good franchise quarterback is hard to find. They really are. I mean, just because there's so many of them that suck, you'll take an average quarterback. Like, how valuable is... Yeah, they have Dirk Prescott, but he's like their number one QB. Yeah, he's doing pretty... I was looking at the Cowboys, and I was thinking, you know what? Cowboys could go to the playoffs next year. Cowboys could have went to the playoffs this year. Until they suspended Zeke. Really? To play for who? Please don't say Cleveland. Please don't say Cleveland. Please don't say the Colts. I'll eat that. I'll buy that for $1. I might watch some of that. I'm an RG3 fan. So I'm an RG3 fan. So there's that. I want to see him do good. You know what I'm saying? To me, RG3 he either needs to become faster or be able to take a hit. Patriots aren't going to struggle next year. Patriots will lose 2 games next year. No, Patriots will lose 3 games next year. That's it. They're not going to struggle. Yeah, I want to see him stay upright. But you know, when he played college ball, you know, he was getting hit pretty good. He got concussed in one of the big games. Okay, you the man. But I want to see RG3 do good. He's got a nice arm. You said that before, and they went to the Super Bowl. RG3 has a nice arm. He's not as fast. He'll never be as fast as he used to be. And that's what really sucks because RG3 is the one player. He is the one player out of anybody else in the NFL who actually needed his speed because he can't take a hit. No, you said that their defense sucked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, RG3 is the one player, man. It's like, yo, you of all people, you need your legs, bro, because you can't sit still and get hit. Okay, you outwitted me. It's like, you didn't outwit me because, you know what, I'm not doing this with you, Sanchez. I think you get off on picking with people. I think this is what does it for you. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a thing that you do at home. You probably got like a wife and kids that you just rise the hell out of, but you're not getting me into that circle, buddy. I see you on my feeds and all that. Like, I know what you're doing right now. I know what you're doing. You know, you're over there cracking up, eating popcorn, trying to pick a fight with. Nah, you eat popcorn and pick a fight with somebody else, buddy. I already know this move. Yeah, he over there trying to pick a fight with me. I know how it is. I know what comments have been left for the last season. You know, I read all the comments. Believe that or not. I wake up in the morning and I read through all the comments, and most of the time I answer them. So I know what I know you do. You like to pick with me. I know what you've been saying, so I'm not gonna get all roused up and go, Sanchez, you said this. You know, if that's what you want to say, Sanchez, you're the man. Go, buddy. You were right. I wasn't. You picked the winner from the very beginning. You get the side eye, Sanchez. I'm gonna give you the side eye. 1, 2, 3. You just got the side eye, Sanchez. Cleveland Cavaliers going all the way. Cleveland wins another title. Cleveland's the best team in the NBA. Cleveland sucks without LeBron James. Cleveland has one player worth talking about. It's Cleveland. They're a super team. Cleveland is not a super team. Cleveland is not a super team. If Cleveland wins, they're going to get help from the refs. Okay. Is Ty Lue still the coach? I thought they got rid of Ty Lue. I just go to show you. Cleveland traded the whole team for a good reason. They traded all those people that they got in, they traded them for a good reason. Those guys were not performing. That's true. He is. He's the greatest player ever. He's not the greatest scorer ever. He has more minutes than anyone. He's more healthier than anyone. He's amazing when it comes to his health. I don't know. Somebody just joined us. How you doing? He's amazing when it comes to his health. Oh, I need to put my Patreon up here. If you guys want to, Jeff Green is the Catalyst 6'9", can guard. Okay, score. Now he's not what? Let me put my Patreon up here because if you guys want to start doing the whole charity thing for the for my Patreon, and then taking that money and then putting it into something that you want to donate that towards, so I can, I'll give you guys my Patreon for that. And shoot, It's LeBron James. LeBron James is the greatest. LeBron James is the greatest defender ever. Not. Yo, so the step back. So Houston Rockets, the step back that the Houston Rockets use, their star point guard, whatever dude with the beard, James, whatever his name is. They're like, is that legal? Is he able to do that because because he's been making people fall out with the whole step back? It's like, why would that not be legal? If you fall for it, you fall for it. You know what I'm saying? If you're the doofy who fell for it, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. He'll go down in history for, making people look, you dirty crook, you stole your mother's pocketbook. That's you if you fall for that. Oh, weak boy, you know what I'm saying? And it's coming. He's about James Harden. He's about to hit you with it, but you fall for it anyway. It's like, wait, how can this, like, what's that conversation about? Like, I've seen this recently. Like, is this legal? It's like, get out of here. Well, people have their opinion. Everybody has their opinion. I wouldn't say that they're a moron. I would just say that they have their opinion. And their opinion is, that's their opinion, bro. You can't do that. Oh, are we going back to 2009? Ew, look at you trying to start something. Let's go back to 2009 when LeBron James was missing in action. What happened to the #1 player ever? Well, I'll tell you, Jack. LeBron James showed up and it just seemed like his mind walked right out the door. Maybe he was thinking about his wife, Chip. Jack, that wasn't what happened. It was the NBA is what happened. And they told him, if you win, you're going to be in big trouble. So LeBron James lost on purpose. Well, there you have it. He lost on purpose. I don't know if this is going to go to my link. So if you guys click on that and it doesn't go, just let me know. If it doesn't go, just let me know. Statistics. I hate statistics class. I got statistics tomorrow. I got a test. I'm going to fail it. Statistics. Statistics homework. I got statistics homework. Sanchez, where did you play at overseas? Sanchez, my basketball IQ is better than yours. Jordan is the GOAT. I have facts. Oh, you have facts. It's still a matter of opinion, even though you may have facts that prove, his scoring, his minutes, his defense, his triple-double. He might not be the favorite in other people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Right now, the Sixers are being set up. The Sixers are being set up like yeah. The Sixers are being set up to fail. The Sixers are they're what I call the sweeper team right now. Yeah, they're the Sixers are who I call the sweeper team right now. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna sweep out all the lower ranking teams in the playoffs. That's what the Sixers are there to do. They're gonna get rid of all the lower ranking teams until they run into Philly or until they run into the Celtics. Let me pull the schedule up again and just look at the ranking in the East and who's going to go and who's going to stay. So what is it, the first 8 teams? So I don't think the Pistons are in the playoffs. The Wizards, I think, are in the playoffs, but I don't think the Pistons are in the playoffs. And the T-Wolves are in the playoff, but Denver Nuggets just missed the play. Wow. Well, that sucks. Denver Nuggets and the T-Wolves both have the same 46-35 win rate loss. That sucks. But they're number 8 and 9. So if we're looking at I think it's the 8 teams, right? 8 teams go to the playoffs. I mean, if we're looking at the division playoffs and who's winning in the division playoffs from the Raptors, Celtics, Sixers, Cavaliers, Pacers, Bucks, Heat, and Washington, they were saying that, okay, in Washington. So we're looking at the Heat and Washington and the Bucks getting eliminated quickly. That's going to be a fast elimination. The Pacers and the Sixers are going to be the next elimination. The Celtics will be the next elimination. And then the finals in the conference will be just like it was last year. It'll be the Pacers. It'll be the Raptors, and it'll be Cleveland. And then Cleveland beats the Raptors. But if they want to make money, they would not let the Raptors go to the final in the division. If they want to make money and have a lot of talking points and revenue, they would have Cleveland pay the Celtics in the division finals. Because the whole if Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward was healthy type of conversation can be abound. Nobody's really focusing on the Raptors, but they're winning. But nobody's looking at them because they're not the favorites. It's not sexy. The Raptors they're not sexy. It's not a sexy conversation. And that's really what it is. Winner of the minute tomorrow in the playoffs. I don't understand what that says. Oh, Pistons are out? Okay. Yeah. Well, the playoffs don't start until the 14th. But I'm saying, when you look at that rhythm, if they're looking for, monetarily, Jordan only won because he had Pippen and Phil Jackson. Jordan had a big 5, though, and Phil Jackson. Wasn't just Jordan. Jordan had 2 All-Stars. And he had Steve Kerr. 3 All-Stars. Yeah, more than that, he had another guy who was an All-Star too. But he had 3 guys that win it. Yeah. Yeah. Dennis Rodman. Kukoc, yeah. He had a whole list of All-Stars who could easily branch out and make any team look good. He wasn't just Jordan. When you're looking at Dennis Rodman, though, the worm, 6'6", jumping over Mutombo's head. He was diving for the ball. Loved it. Yeah, 11 years ago. He would be on his, you know, 12th ring right now, 13th ring. That team was phenomenal. Just imagine LeBron coming out with a Tracy McGrady, Jason Kidd, Shaquille O'Neal, freaking Black Mamba, you know what I'm saying, and a Stephon Curry. I mean, game over. You know, Jordan's team was stacked. And they was like, well, he's the greatest scorer. Yeah, he's the greatest scorer because he didn't really have to do anything else. When he needed rest, his team was still one of the best in the league. When LeBron needs rest, his team goes to the worst in the league. That's a shame. That's a shame. And then you're expecting this man to do all this work. It's like when LeBron sits down, his team dives. The productivity dives instantly. It's like, little HGH going on. You think LeBron is on steroids? Everybody thought Usain Bolt was on steroids. I don't know about the steroids, but look, even guys who listen, okay, let's examine that. LeBron James being on steroids. Let's examine that. But let's examine that. LeBron James being on steroids. Okay, I was watching a special on Lyle Alzado. For those of you who remember who Lyle Alzado is. If you don't, I'll remind you. Yeah, I don't believe he's on steroids either. He might be on something, but it's not like a big time Tiger Woods steroids thing that he's doing, you know, or that Sharapova chick. It might be something like what she's on. You know what I'm saying? But Lyle Alzado was on steroids. Lyle Alzado was, eventually they do. They burn you out is what they do. They start messing with your hypothalamus and everything. But yeah, Lyle Alzado was on steroids. That dude was roided up. You know what I'm saying? He was huge. I think he actually wanted to box Muhammad Ali in his heyday, Lyle Alzado. But you don't know who he is. He played for the Raiders. He was a defensive back for the Raiders. It's a big dude. Starting fights, all amped up. He was huge. Looked great, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was huge. You know, just like those baseball players that was on roids. You know, big Mo Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? Mo Vaughn was on steroids. Would flex on you after you hit the ball over the, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That dude from Pittsburgh, he was on roids. Mark McGuire, yeah, Lyle Alzado. I call him Alzado, but yeah, Lyle Alzado. Yeah. Mark McGuire, steroids, big ass neck like this. Big Mark McGuire. Pete Rose, steroids. Tyson Gay, Asafa Powell. All those guys, those runners, steroids. But you can see what's them being on steroids. You can see the development of them and how fast they were on steroids. I mean, Tyson Gay is the second fastest man in history. You know what I'm saying? He ran a 9.6900. He was flying. Flying. Then he turned around and ran a 9.7 200, and he came in second. But still, steroids. And now he's not running at all. Now he can't even, I mean, he tried to qualify for the Olympics and it looked bad. Those guys, once they stop using those steroids, those muscles just don't work the same. And we're talking about over maybe 10 years. If LeBron James was on steroids, he's hiding it really, really, really well. Really well. Like it would be like if LeBron James was on steroids, he would be slowing down by now. Like his performance would be, it would be so obvious that he's roiding. It would be obvious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Or if he is, it's not the highly, highly visible steroids that we know about. Statistics, man. Woo! Gotta get with that stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with your boy. And ciao, Bella. Talk to you guys later, man. God loves you. Well, it's Tuesday.